But I unfortunately can't use this in building a current deck for current standard competitive play because the set symbol on it, if I can get this to focus, is E. So this card would not be able to be put into a standard deck. If I wanted to play in an open format, where my card shop maybe is hosting an event that says like, hey, you know, you can come play unlimited or expanded, then I could use cards all the way from the first Pokemon set back in 1996-ish, all the way up to now in present. And then it gets super broken real quick. So, you know, what they decided to do is make it interesting so that everyone's on a level playing field, and that's what the standard rotation is. It's meant to make sure that people that are competitive are drawing from the same lot of cards and the cards that are currently available so that they can put something really, really good together and basically see the innovation of ideas with the current products that are being used. So that's what the letters that I'm talking about are in the standard rotation. That was a really good question. Thanks for asking that, just saying. Appreciate you. And if you guys are learning something here tonight, we would love for you to drop a like in chat. It really means a lot to us. It helps our content get pushed out by the algorithm gods so that more people can find us and we can help teach people, because I know a ton of people that collect Pokemon, but like the percentage of people that actually know how to build a deck and play is super duper small. So I'm going to keep looking here. I've got, let's see, 5 psychic types laid out right now. Let me just move this. And then we're going to wrap this deck after by putting together the trainer cards to support this deck and draw out everything that we need. So actually, I've got a pile of top loader cards right here. I usually sleeve top loader cards. If they're powerful, they're good, or I know they're going to go to a student to be kind of a backbone in a deck. So before I go any further, I want to take a look at these. I've got an Espartha and I've got a Flittle. Sorry, the light's really bright. Let me move those to a better place. Okay. I've got my Drowsy and my Hypno, and I've got a Gimmighoul that lets me call for family. I've got a Togekiss, I've got a Latios, and I've got a Spiritomb. Now, these are current. This Latios is okay, but I have to discard 3 energy, so I'm going to want something like Energy Retrieval when I pick my trainer cards to be able to put something back in, to put my energy cards back into my deck, or possibly even better, into my hand. The Spiritomb is okay, it does 10 damage. And it looks like it's just a stall. This card's not going to go in here. All right, so let me put that back. And we're going to keep looking through now. So going back, just to do some quick math, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lightning. So now we are looking for about 6 psychic, and then I'm probably going to put 4 colorless Pokemon in there so I have some utility, and then I can start manipulating my deck with the Pokemon that come out and join. What's up, Cam? Good to see you, man. Shop at Espartha, Lunatone, Baltoy. We looked through these. Okay, so let's push on. Screentail. I love Paradox Pokemon. They are very fun. This card does 30 damage with a slap. I'm all for slapping my opponent. And Roaring Scream. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Good to put in a deck. Flittle. Espeon. Okay. Now, when it gets to evolutions, I'm very picky about whether I put them in a deck. I love a good Eevee. I love a good Eevee every day of the week. The problem is when you start getting strong cards in here, you only have 20 Pokemon to work with when you're starting to balance that deck, so you really want to make it count. I'm going to look if this card is any good. Psychic Assault. First off, it has 110 health, which is pretty good. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Ooh, sorry, it does 30 damage plus. 30 damage plus 10 for each damage on the opponent's Pokemon. So this is good if I can get an Eevee out. And then Psybolt, for 60 damage, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to look for an Eevee to put out there. And Rare Candy, yes. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So sometimes one of my very talented students brings up a good point. He says, Sensei/Professor, I'd like to remind you that you don't actually need to build out the full evolution line. He is absolutely correct. With a card like Rare Candy or Evo Soda, I can skip that requirement so that I can play straight to a stage 1 and get this Espeon down. So, thank you for that pro tip. Maybe you can come join me on stream one day. I'm going to put another Screentail. Let's see, we've got Tinka-Tink. I like Tinka-Tink, Boundless Power, but I can't attack next turn. Tinka-Ton. I need Steel Energy to make that work, and I'm already stretched on types. I do want another Gimmighoul in here, so let's actually kind of call it there. I don't think there's going to be anything towards the end of this pile that's going to be a saving grace for us. So let me put these back together. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. And again, this is a beginner deck. This is not meant to be a finished product that can go straight to nationals. This